So what I'm thinking we're going to do is something like this, okay? If this represents an A wave, we have to come down here, all right? We're probably going to pivot right here really quickly, come down here to at least the 0.5. That's a trade, okay? That's a viable trade, but I would take profit no later than the 0.5, because then I think we're going to shoot up once more to complete the B wave, and then I would try to take my short as close as possible to this line, this 5 ratio, because this is the invalidation point. This is the 1618 of this. So if my stop's behind here, then I know that price cannot exceed that level. I hope that makes sense. Like, that's basically my trade plan for the day. And of course, after all that said and done, I'm waiting for 5 waves to the downside. Okay. Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is March 29th, 2022, and Bitcoin is looking like it's about to correct to the downside. All right, I'm on the 15-minute chart, and I've got the recent price action up as well as 2 pink lines. All right, these 2 pink lines represent the phi ratios of the recent downtrends. All right, so we have this one right here, and the phi ratio basically is the 1.618 Fibonacci level, Fibonacci retracement level, and that, for those of you who do not know, represents the maximum retracement of a B wave, meaning a counter trend. All right, so essentially what I'm looking to do is get in a short, and the way I'm looking at it is this wave right here. This was my initial break of structure. This was my A wave. Okay, yesterday I believe I got in along around here, saying that if we broke past a certain level, we would get more upside, and we did get that upside. I did take profit on that long, and then we flipped short. Okay, we flipped short. I didn't go short, but we started a downtrend. Okay, and this downtrend was this initial break of structure. This is the key for my next trade. Okay, this A wave, this dictates the next 3 waves. Okay, because we know that corrections happen in 3. All right, it can happen in 3 in simple corrections. It can happen in 3 or 5, or many more in complex corrections, because complex corrections can be nested, right? But essentially they happen in 3. So if this is my first wave, right, my A wave, my initial break of structure, this is my B wave, my wave 2, then I'm anticipating 5 waves down. All right, now I want to be careful. We want to be careful with this one, the tricky B wave, okay? Because as we all know, B waves can come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. So what we're seeing right here may not necessarily be finished. All right, so 3 things we need for a complete B wave. We need 3 waves, okay? And we need a minimum retracement to the 0.5 internally, okay? So what does that mean? That means, like, if you get a wave like this, you need at least a retracement representing 0.5 of that initial structure, and then a last wave that would represent a zigzag, for instance, right? Or a 786 retracement or deeper represents a flat correction, okay? So when I'm looking at this B wave, I'm not satisfied, all right? And that's why I want to be very careful, right? You want to be very careful entering shorts without really identifying your B wave, all right? So that's what I'm doing now. I'm in observation mode, all right? I'm ready. I'm thinking short, okay? Thinking short. I've got my level set. I've got my phi ratio, which is the 1618 of this, right here. So this pink line is 1618 of this. This level, this pink line is 1618 of that. And actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I'm going to delete this because I don't think it's relevant right now. Like, we're not at that point because I'm not satisfied with what this B wave's done, because when I'm looking at it, I do not see a minimal 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is something like this, okay? If this represents an A wave, we have to come down here, all right? We're probably going to pivot right here really quickly, come down here to at least a 0.5. That's a trade, okay? That's a viable trade, but I would take profit no later than the 0.5, because then I think we're going to shoot up once more to complete the B wave, and then I would try to take my short as close as possible to this line, this 5 ratio, because this is the invalidation point. This is the 1618 of this. So if my stop's behind here, then I know that price cannot exceed that level. I hope that makes sense. Like, that's basically my trade plan for the day. And of course, after all that said and done, I'm waiting for 5 waves to the downside, and I'm looking to short that. And you know, when it's all said and done, this may be a simple wave 4 correction. Let's zoom out for a second. Here we go. And I'm looking and I'm seeing good market structure, still really bullish market structure, nothing too intense. And if I have to count waves, okay, I'm counting this is a 1, this is a 2, and all this, this is a 3. Wait, actually, if I had to count, let's start over. Let's zoom in for a second. Okay, if I have to count waves, I'm going to go backwards. I'm looking at this 5, 3, 5, 3. Let's see that again. Yeah, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Okay, I'm looking at that as being an ending diagonal. Okay, I'm looking at that as being an ending diagonal. And I am not sure if it's an ending diagonal of wave 3 or wave 5, but I would venture to say wave 3. Why? Not because it's so if you take the Fibonacci extension, you see that it's clearly, this is an extended wave, so it's likely wave 3. So what I'm seeing is that this is most likely the end of wave 3 right here at the 5618, right? Super extended. And the reason I'm leaning towards this whole retracement, this whole sort of a correction being a wave 3, is that if you go from the bottom of wave 2 to the top, you see that we're respecting the 382. And in a regular 53535 or a regular 53535 Elliott wave impulse, we know that wave 4 respects the 382. It corrects between the 236 and the 382. So if we do put in a B wave like this, I'm seeing us come down in a sort of a running flat correction, okay? Something like this that still respects the 382, and then for continuation to wave 5, and wave 5 should be normal, right? Because we put in an extended wave 3. So that's what I'm seeing. But then again, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And I wouldn't put too much stock into the wave count, because, you know, we're looking for high probability sort of trades. you don't want to put too much stock into wave counts on a small time frame, because that's not the best way to sort of plan your trades. It's just speculative, right? But I say that to mean I don't expect a giant retracement, right? I think a retracement of 5 waves down to here would be sufficient, for instance, just because of what I said, yeah. And if we look even zoomed out a bit more, and we just try and see the general market structure, right? We have some confluence. You see this neckline here. It's clear. It's a clear neckline because we have support here, right? So it's not out of. It wouldn't be a stretch for price to come down to here, and maybe even down to here. Let's say this was a wave 5, maybe even down to here, right? So it's likely, it's probable, right? But I'm seeing this as a strong neckline, right? I'm seeing this as strong support for continuation. So that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. That's my trade plan for the day or for the next couple days. Not exactly sure how long this will take. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was useful. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys later this evening for the live stream at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.